And we are live with a lower than facial feature at LaxCon Day 2. TRADiTRee is here with us. Hank, we are so excited to meet you but not see you. So is there anything you'd like to tell the people listening at home?
Hello, thank you. I've been just overwhelmed by the success of TRADiTRee. It's to me, it's fulfilling to be able to sell this, grow the game, take away the mystery of traditional stringing. Mm-hmm. It's really what I really came through. It really isn't for the money. Mm-hmm. It keeps me in my own string stuff and able to come down here and stuff. But I really do appreciate everything that you guys have out there in the community have done, and I look forward to even doing more. And I got some ideas. Some new stuff is coming. Just waiting to get it out there.
So you've done a lot to preserve traditional stringing in the modern game of lacrosse just by inventing the TRADiTRee, which I would argue is one of the best pieces of plastic I've ever owned in my life.
Thank you.
How do you think that you can get more players to be using traditional stringing?
How to really come through, it's just a want of somebody who really wants to take ownership of what you do, what you make, how it feels. It just all goes together. You know, there's actually out there playing the game, and there's actually living the game. It is, and I don't want to cliche. Some people go through it's a menacing game and all that stuff, but it is. Mm-hmm. To me, when I string myself, and always had, it's all about able to. It just relaxes me. It is my medicine. Yeah. So to answer your question is, if you want to get more involved, just more hands-on and stuff, just get some leathers. If you want to use my tree, get my tree, or just do it yourself, whatever. No, there's no wrongs. Mm-hmm. There's only rights. The right way to start.
I completely agree, and honestly, the more kids that are going to be open to experimental stringing or going back to the traditional ways of stringing, the more people are going to find what they're really happy about in lacrosse and find the greatest thing for them. So when did you realize that it was completely traditional for you?
Well, if you actually could see my face, mm-hmm. I might be a little older than you.
Oh, slightly.
Slightly. Like, yeah, we'll leave it at that. But it's kind of where I started. Mm-hmm. I didn't start when the wood sticks are around. I started when plastic started coming around with the old SDX sand, the original sand, before they even started putting the mesh into it. Mm-hmm. And I went to the mesh and stuff. So you kind of go through, you had to learn onto that stuff, and it just feels different and it goes through. And that's the only real thing that I could really say, because that's where it ended up starting in the beginning for me.
Totally understandable. And once you find what you like, with all players, you just need to stick with it and truthfully just be appreciative of what that specific stringing does for your style of game. So I'd like to end with one more question. I spent quite a bit of time the other day making some pulled pork, and I left it in my hotel room. If I would have brought a sandwich, would you have tasted my pulled pork?
I would totally eat your pork.
That's awesome. Well, I thank you again. Appreciate it, Hank. And if you haven't already checked out TRADiTRee, you have to. It is absolutely one of the best pieces of plastic on this planet.
Sign off with a foot 5.